Over to Charan.
Very good evening and namaste, dear Utsahins. A country, a family, an individual in harmony will prosper in everything. So with this note, I would like to welcome you all to the second anniversary celebrations of Utsahin, the Awakening Hearts. And the topic chosen for today's session is harmony, being one with everyone. And firstly, I would like to thank each and everyone for joining us today, and especially our special guests, Revered Pravrajika Divyananda Pranamataji, Sannyasini, monastic member, Sri Sharada Mutt, and Sri Ramakrishna Sharda Mission, Dakshineshwar, Kolkata, West Bengal. Charan Vandan Mataji, we are privileged and rather blessed to have you with us today, joining our Utsahin Awakening Hearts second anniversary celebrations. Thank you, Mataji. We also have with us our second guest, instrumentalist Srimati Arunasri ji, who joined us today for enlightening us with a Veena art. We also have few guests who joined us for experiencing the session and blessing the occasion. Dr. Satyasai Garu, a great mentor, chemical engineer, retired scientist from BARC, ex-visiting professor NIT Warangal. Dr. CBS Dutt Garu, he was a scientist from ISRO and worked on many international collaborative assignments. He piloted the balloon experiments conducted by ISRO for finding new facts about the origin of life. Thank you, sir. Sri Ashok Singhal Garu is a textile engineer. He has a variety of interests like nature, travel, and medicinal plants. He traveled all over the world. A good reader and speaker. He's related to the late Sri Ashok Singhal Garu, ex-VHP president. Thank you, sir. We also have with us Dr. KV Mirji. Sir, he's a retired scientist, retired GM from an NFC. He's a doctorate in chemistry, a materials expert with many developments to his credit. Thank you, sir. We also have with us Sri Anil Kumar Garu. He's an electronics engineer who owns a small-scale industry. He's a good reader of philosophical works of JK and Buddha. He's keen on popularizing millets as a source of health. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today to inspire us. I would like to specially welcome our inspiration, the founder of Utsahin, Mr. Ramreddy Garu, and my team of Utsahin. And thank you for making Utsahin a vibrant platform. Thank you so much. And without any ado, let me give the stage to Anirban Paul, sir, for the proceedings of the session. Over to you, sir.
A hearty welcome to one and all who've joined in for the second anniversary celebrations of Utsahin, the Awakening Hearts. We started off 2 years back with the primary theme being maintaining harmony with all. Harmony in the self, harmony with family and society, harmony with nature and with humanity at large, and harmony with all of existence. This has been the core principle that has guided our various events through virtual means, wherein we connect from heart to heart, enhancing and building upon the 9 human values. Harmony, we often know, is something that we do to connect well with others. And when we connect with others, we actually begin with the self. That is where Awakening Hearts builds a heart-to-heart connect between all of us so that we grow in both the dimensions of personal well-being as well as the universal common well-being. So it brings great pleasure to me as I invite all of you to this very special second anniversary session where we have been blessed by the presence of our eminent speaker, Pravarajika Divyananda Pranamataji, as well as our guest instrumentalist, Sri Aruna Sri Garu, along with the very many guests that Charan just mentioned. It gives me great pleasure also to invite every one of you to stay connected, spread the good word, and spread harmony all around you. First, by being at complete satisfaction in the self. But how do we maintain that satisfaction in the self? This is where we take few cues from ensuring that we have the right kind of thought, the right kind of food, the right kind of habits, and the right kind of behaviors that we nurture within ourselves. When we do this, we learn how to ensure that we stay at peace and at calm, irrespective of whatever life and situations throw at us. This involves keeping our mind under control, keeping our sense organs under control, and at every situation, staying in a balanced state of emotional well being. That in turn can lead us to the 4 point offering of right intellect or viveka, which is about discrimination, the right dispassion or vairagya, which is about non attachment and non binding. It is about the right desire for liberation and freedom, which is about what we call as the mumukshu, having the tendency and the burning desire to free oneself from all kinds of suffering, desire, and attachment, and ultimately to have what is called as the Shatavahanas or the sixth way, the sixfold path to ensuring that we get mastery over the mind, mastery over the sense organs, complete self control, complete awareness of. I just get some feedback saying that audio is not clear. I quickly would want to check, Charan or host, am I audible?
Yes, are you audible?
Thank you. So it is also about ensuring, like I was saying, the sixfold path of mastery of the mind, mastery of the sense organs, self control, followed by ensuring that we have forbearance, the ability to take both ups and downs, and not to get distracted in the ups and downs of life. And then to be consistently focused, one minded focused on the higher self, on the supreme being which is within us, not just the limited being that we think we are. When we do this, we start maintaining harmony, not just within ourselves, but with everything around us. It is about from being someone, which is our identity, to becoming no one, being completely humble, to becoming one with everyone. With that said, I will request the starting of today's session with our prayer song. Over to Asuki.
सङ्गच्छत्वं संवादत्वं संवो मनासि जानता सङ्गच्छत्वं संवादत्वं संवो मनासि जानता देवाभागं यथा पूर्वे सञ्जानना उपासते देवाभागं यथा पूर्वे सञ्जानना उपासते समानो मन्त्रः समितिः समानि समानं मनः सह चित्तमेष समानीव आहुतिः समाना हृदयानि वः समानमस्तु ओमानो यथा वह सुसहसति संगच्छ त्वं संवादत्वं संभो मनासि जानता संभो मनासि जानता.
It gives me great pleasure now to introduce our instrumentalist guest of the day, Srimati Metta Arunasri. She started learning the Veena when she was 10 years old, and she was taught under the guidance of her mother, Srimati Malladi Shantamurti Garu, and her uncle, Sri Popuri Srinivas Sharma Garu. She completed her certificate course in Veena from Bhakta Ramadasu Musical College in Hyderabad under her guru, Srimati Jayalakshmi Garu. She has performed in several events across the governments of Telangana and AP. To name a few, the Koti Deepotsavam, the Telangana Vajrotsavam, the 101 Veena performance in Rajahmundry, etc. She is training several upcoming artists in both Veena and vocal Carnatic music. Over to you, ma'am, for the rendition of the day. Thank you, ma'am, for the divine rendition. We will now have our segment on Utsahin Pearls.
Namaste and good evening to all present here. Today I'm going to share a story on this special occasion of Utsahin, the Awakening Hearts. The name of the story is The Pursuit of Happiness. There was once a group of 100 people attending a seminar on personal development. In the middle of the talk, the speaker stops and decides to run an impromptu group activity. He hands out a balloon to each attendee and tells them to write their name on it. The balloons are then collected and placed in an adjacent room. The speaker then instructs the 100 attendees to enter that room and within 5 short minutes, find the balloon on their name on it. It breaks loose as they charge in, pushing and colliding with each other as they desperately search for their name. The 5 minutes pass and nobody succeeds. The speaker then tells each person to pick up any random balloon and give it the person whose name is written on it. Within a few minutes, everyone has their balloon back. He then said, "What just happened with those balloons is exactly what happens in our search for happiness. We frantically look for it all around us, not knowing where it is. Yet our happiness lies in the happiness of others. By giving them their happiness, you get yours." So happiness and fulfillment rarely comes from selfish pursuits, but almost always come from doing good deeds for others. By helping others, we help ourselves. Thank you. Namaste.
May we request you to continue and a hearty namaskarams and pranams to Mataji, who's already joined us. Please continue, Ramalakshmi Garu.
Namaste and good evening, everyone. Today I'm here to recite a Sanskrit poem And here how it goes. Chala chala purato nidehi charanam sadaiva purato nidehi charanam. Chala chala purato nidehi charanam sadaiva purato nidehi charanam. Girishikare tava nijaniketanam samarohanam vinayvayanam. गिरिशिखरे तव निजनिकेतनं समारोहणं विनैवयानम् आत्मबलं केवलं साधनं सदैव पुरतो निदेहि चरणं सदैव पुरतो निदेहि चरणं पतिपाषाणा विषमा प्रकरा तिर्यञ्चोपितपरिधो घोरा सुदुष्करं खलु यद्यपि गमनं सदैव पुरतो निदेहि चरणं सदैव पुरतो निदेहि चरणं सम्प्रदाय भाषादिविभेदान् स्वार्थसम्भवान् विधूय केदान् कुरु विशालतममन्तःकरणं सदैव पुरतो निदेहि चरणं सदैव पुरतो निदेहि चरणं चल चल पुरतो निदेहि चरणं सदैव पुरतो निदेहि चरणं सदैव पुरतो निदेहि चरणं. Thank you for the opportunity.
Over to Charan.
So, namaste everyone. And I'm going to quote a story from the great epic Mahabharata, which ever taught us many valuable lessons for life. So here goes the story. So in the historic Kurukshetra war, Kaurava army chief Bhishma was put on to rest. On the request of Bhishma himself, with Arjuna on the bed of arrows. So one day, Bhagavan Sri Krishna Paramatma had come to see him in the battlefield. So with tears in his eyes and great pain in his voice, the great warrior Bhishma, the personification of Dharma, asked him, Krishna, all my life I lived with pride and dignity, was always noble in my deeds and soft in my words, had never left the path of Dharma or righteousness. Never, not even in my thoughts, was my behavior with women indecent, and above all, I was extremely devotional in my nature towards you. Then Krishna, why is this unbearable pain to me? Today, in this last stage of my life, why I am living like this? Is this called life? So lying off dead on the bed of arrows, day and night, I'm listening to war cries coming from the battlefield. During the day, heartbreaking weeping of people who lost their dear ones in the battlefield. During the night, and the grunting noises the vultures make while preying on the dead bodies during the midnight. Krishna, my body is oozing blood, and I'm afraid these vultures would attack me someday if they don't find any food around me. Despite being a great warrior, I won't be able to even drive them away and save myself. What is this life for me, Krishna? Krishna, what is this punishment to me? Saying so, Bhishma broke down into uncontrollable tears. Taking a deep breath and looking deep into the eyes of Bhishma, Bhagavan Sri Krishna Paramatma said, my beloved Bhishmacharya, all your life, until you had come this far, you had walked the path of righteousness and had never dwindled away from it, not even for a minute. You always have led life by an example and always lived with pride and dignity. You were never harsh in your words, and nor were you ever rude in your behavior. However, Bhishmacharya, you remained silent at a time when you were expected to speak, and remained mute at a time when you were expected to question. I agree, Bhishmacharya, you were never indecent in your behavior with any women. However, you turned your face away when that helpless woman, Draupadi, was being molested by Dusasana right in front of your eyes. In the house full house of your king's court. You know well, Bhishmacharya, how much Draupadi respected you. But what did you do to her that day when she pleaded to you saying, Bhishmacharya, please save my dignity. Please come into my rescue. You just turned away your face from her and ignored her, please. You, despite being a great warrior yourself, you could have easily averted the molestation of Draupadi that day. And despite being a great crusader of Dharma, who could have questioned your king, have just remained a silent spectator to all that unholy happiness in front of you. You remain mute, Bhishmacharya, because you believed more in your being loyal to your king than in upholding Dharma and coming to the rescue of helpless women. Unfortunately, what you didn't realize the moment, Bhishmacharya, was to Bhishmacharya to remain silent when there's a need to speak is your crime. So though Krishna having great love towards Bhishmacharya, the great respect as well, couldn't save Bhishmacharya as he didn't speak up at the right time. Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskrutam dharma sansthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. With love. Over to Anirban sir.
Thank you, Charan, and all Utsahin members for those wonderful pearls of wisdom. I request the Utsahin logo and 1 minute of silent reflection, followed by Mataji's divine presence amidst us. Utsahin logo, please. It gives me great pleasure today to introduce all of you to our guest speaker, Pravarajika Divyananda Prana Mataji. She is a monastic member of the Sri Sharada Mutt and is currently stationed in a Himalayan retreat up in the Himalayas, as her attire will tell us. We are indeed deeply indebted to have you in our presence, Ma, and bless us. Thank you very much to join us. Mataji is a member of the Sri Sharada Mutt, which is a part of the Ramakrishna Sharada mission. She has been a revered initiate into the Yoga Vedanta tradition, a twin tradition of philosophy that deals both with the Patanjali style of Yoga Sutras and the deep-rooted Advaita Vedanta and its studies. She has been an active publisher with the Mutt, and she has been the headmistress of the Delhi Mission School, also known as the Sister Nivedita Mission School, and is currently the editor of a magazine called as Samvit. She is a regular speaker at various institutions across the globe. She is renowned in her YouTube videos and many presentations. She runs a semester-wise course in IIT Delhi on a continuous basis, apart from being also a popular author on the topic of spirituality. Some of her popular books are Self-Discovery, The Ultimate Truth, and The Science of Happiness. Apart from this, she has also written multiple articles on spiritual journals. She gives courses and discourses on both yoga and Vedanta. We are indeed indebted to have her in our presence today. Over to you, Mataji, for your speech and for your blessings.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. My namaskars to all of you, and I'm so delighted to be in this wonderful satsang. I have been hearing the programs for the last few minutes, and I was really touched. It is so beautiful to have programs like this, and thank you for having me here. As you just heard, I am at a very remote place in the Himalayas. And It is so beautiful just now out here. Actually, you know, the background, it's the Himalayan mountains. I will just turn my computer a bit and please watch the sunset here. Because it is so beautiful, I can't but share this with you. Oh, it's not coming here.
We still
Wait,
see
let
the
me-
hello, mother.
Yeah,
We
let
see-
me go to the window and you will be able to see that, I hope. No, that thing is not coming out here.
No, we still can see Mataji.
Yeah, we can see it, Mataji. We're able to see it, Mataji. The beautiful
Yes.
golden halo, the
Yes,
harmony of nature.
it is so ravishing and beautiful here. I can't describe it to you. You know, the whole place is covered with mist and fog just now. And the sun is setting. So it's a splash of colors outside. And it feels like you're sitting amidst the clouds. It feels like that. It is so beautiful. So because you gave me the topic harmony, I thought I should first show you the intense harmony that there is in nature. And you know what is in nature? We are made up of the same elements, the same Pancha Mahabhut make up this body, make up this mind. So harmony, you must learn from nature. Here, you know, everything, every, you can say morning, evening, afternoon, everything has its own beauty. The colors change, the sky changes, the clouds change, and the fog covers partially. Everything feels like it's in Dhyayativa Prithvi, Dhyayativa Antariksham, they say, no? It's all a kind of meditation going on here. So the beauty of the Himalayas is really indescribable. I'm reminded of that Madhuvatarithayate. You know, that's such a beautiful Madhu Vidya in the Upanishads. It goes like this. We can understand our topic best if you go in the midst of nature. I can tell you that. This Madhu Vidya is actually describing the experience of a rishi who perceives everything is dripping with bliss. You know, he says that everything, the winds are dripping with bliss, the sun is dripping ecstasy, the plants, the vegetation, the animals, everything in nature is dripping with bliss. So to get in tune with this is to find harmony in life, to get in tune with this. So let me chant this Madhu Vidya for you because it is so interesting. It goes like this. Madhuvatarithayate madhuksharanti sindhavaha madhvena santoshadhihi madhunaktamutoshasi madhumatparthivagam rajaha madhudyaurastu napita madhumano vanaspatir madhumagam astu suryaha madhvirgavo bhavantu naha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Everything in nature, this hymn says, is actually exuding bliss. It is dripping with bliss. Because harmony, it is in full harmony with the laws of nature. It is in rhythm. Rhythm is a very beautiful Vedic word for truth and harmony. Rhythm. So you'll find it in the Upanishads also. Now, to bring this into our system, there must be, you must align with the, cosmic law or the cosmic rhythm. If you can do that, bring your own body and mind, which is made up of the same elements which are in nature. So actually, when you go in nature, why you feel so happy is you are made up of the same stuff. So at once your body gets enlivened, your mind gets enlivened. You feel something very different. You feel healthy, you feel good. So the way to generate harmony, you see, nature itself is teaching us. Just go into her lap. And that is why, the most important thing, I would say, practical thing for the modern world is you must preserve your natural spaces. This climate summit and all, that is why they are very important. If we have nature beside us, you will naturally find harmony in your system. And if you're thinking of living in a concrete jungle and converting everything into enormous infrastructure and office spaces and all this, you will go out of harmony naturally, because the nature of your mind is it requires this. It requires nature to be close to it. So this is a way of establishing harmony, mysticism. If you just live in nature, you will a different dimension of life will open up within you. As you know, I have come from Delhi here. Do you know the condition in Delhi? I think the news channels are already telling you. I don't have to tell you. You can't imagine what the condition is. Huh? I returned from the US just a few days back, and then 3 days I was in Delhi, and then I came here. All 3 days, my eyes were pulling away. What have we reduced our cities to? Is what I'm asking you. Why this extent of pollution? And why we are not sensitive to this? Little children are growing up in Delhi, going to schools, and the AQI is hitting 500, which is, it's actually poisonous air. How we manage to make our national capital like that? And not just for 2-3 days, for months this goes on, for 2-3 months. Now, the way to change this, that's why I'm telling you, everything begins in the mind. If you stay in proximity with nature, nature will tell you first you have to set your mind harmonious. Then you will set everything around you, everything that you build and create, that you will bring harmony into that. But if our own minds are, too driven by desire, too driven by anger and passion and all this, not in harmony with itself, then how will you create the right spaces? How will you create the right cities? How will we create the mature societies of the future? So we actually have no answer to give our children when they ask us, "Ye haze kyun hai?" In Delhi, the children are asking that. "Ye kyun aisa hai? School mein hum kyun padh nahi sakte?" So it is such a shock. It's a matter of such shame. Just think of it. So harmony begins in the human system. If we bring our own body and mind into harmony, and nature shows us how to do that, then you will create harmony around you. There is no, thinking about harmony and bringing it about. You must first create it in your system. Your mind must come come to peace. Your thoughts must be good. Your emotions must be elevated at a certain level. Naturally, why this happens? Naturally, you will become harmonious. Why? Because all these are nothing but expressions of your pran shakti, your vital energy. So when vital energy flows harmoniously in your system, thought is beautiful, emotion is at a wonderful, you can say it is divinized, it is at a particular level, and your intentions, your will always be noble. So this is the way to generate harmony within you and without, around you. If there is harmony within you, it will radiate in the space where you stay. And if there is no harmony within ourselves, which means we have messed up with our own vital energy. When we think negative thoughts, when we have anger and hatred and passion and all this, we are actually, messing up with our vital energies. It will hit us the most. So the way to bring harmony is regulate the flow of vital energy in your body, regulate your thought process, bring in the beauty of elevated emotion, bring in devotion into your life, devotion to duty, devotion to values, the higher aspects of life, let them flourish in us, harmony will automatically come. And if I have harmony within me, I will bring harmony around me. If I don't have harmony within me, no legislation can bring harmony around me, I'm telling you. So the most important thing is to create people who are harmonious within themselves, who are happy by themselves. And that is why these great systems, yoga, Vedant, whatever you call that, it is meant to actually create excuse me, they are meant to actually create individuals with elevated lifestyle. with high ideals in life. If we can do that, excuse me, I'll just take a coughlette. You know, from here, I'm having to take 2-3 classes every day because there's a retreat going on. So sometimes the coughing comes. But the idea is this, all these systems are only inspiring you to have a value-based life, to elevate your vital energy to a particular level. Then you will become deeply aware automatically. Deep awareness contributes to great harmony and inner peace and bliss. So you see, the path is very well laid out in the scriptures and of course by our ancestors. The path is laid out. What these philosophies are about is only this, how to bring harmony into the human system. And for that, they have told us that if you bring harmony into your system, there will be harmony around you, not the other way around. We usually think, you see, if the government function works well, if the people around us, our neighbors are working well, then I will be happy. But our scriptures tell us, if you create the right situation within yourself, you will radiate and inspire it in others, and there will be harmony all around. So this is the most important thing that we have to learn, to bring our body, mind, thought, emotion, will, vital energy and awareness in alignment with the cosmic will. What is the cosmic will? You look at nature and you will know. It is complete harmony, it is stillness, it is awareness, it is giving, a philosophy of service. It is just sheer beauty and calmness. So if all this has not entered our life, tell me how there will be harmony. There is this beautiful story, you know. A young boy was pestering his father, come, let's play. Young boy, 4.5 years. And then the father said, well, I have work to do. So, okay, let me do one thing. Let you take this jigsaw puzzle and you put this puzzle together. Let me see. Go to that room and do it. And I have some work. After that, we will play. So the boy took that puzzle box into the next room and he put it down there, and then he opened the box. Now, there were small pieces like this, lots of pieces. He has to put them together and find out what picture comes out. Now, actually speaking, that was actually the globe, you know, pieces of the entire world. And he had to put each piece in place, and then the entire world will come out. Now, this child did this job in 1 minute and came back to the father and said, well, I have done it. Because he had never before been exposed to a globe like that, the father thought that this is a genius child. Without knowing anything, how quickly he has put all the countries together. This is marvelous. So he told him, how did you do it so quickly? And the child said, I did not put all the world together. I put this together. And he turned that, behind those pieces was actually the picture of a human being. This child had put the head in place, the hands in place, the feet in place, and all the trunk in place. And on the other side, the world had come together. The world had been put into place. So this story is only helping us, illustrating to us that you want world harmony, world peace. So many conferences all over the world, you know, for all this. It begins with the human mind. It begins with the human personality. If the sanskar has not come out there, you cannot manufacture world peace. It will be just talk, nothing else. So let us begin with ourselves first. You must begin from where you are. I have an understanding of myself as this personality. What is this personality about? Let us analyze. Body, mind, which includes thoughts, emotions, will, and then the vital energies, the pranic energy, which enlivens your thought, and the awareness, which you actually are, pure awareness, which is actually speaking, it is animating the entire system from within. So these are the elements of what I'm calling I. Now, Vedanta tells you, you are actually only that awareness functioning through a body-mind complex. Like how we wear our if you are able to achieve, money will naturally come into your life, because in the real nature of things, this is how there's no point in knowing everything about the universe and not knowing myself, isn't it? See, today this is our condition. Education, entire education system, it is geared to tell you everything about the universe. Just now we know what is happening on Jupiter. Yes, NASA knows it in all detail. And we know what is happening in the furthest stars. But I don't know what my vital energy is. I don't know what my awareness is. I have not deepened my own life. So this is the actually the problem. This is the disharmony in our personality. But knowing the whole world. So this can be corrected if I only reflect a bit on the nature of this I, which we keep doing the whole day. If I can meditate on what that I and what it implies and what is the import of that I. If you just reflect on this, you will naturally come to a tremendous harmony within yourself, because nobody can miss this knowledge. All you require is clarity of mind. Nobody can miss this knowledge, because you are the functioning through a body mind complex. You are the self. It's not an alien, something procure or acquire. You are the self. So Vedanta is actually the existential philosophy. It is showing you the nature of your own existence. Only thing is, realize it in a clarified state of complex will come in your hands. So this is bringing harmony into life. If I produce harmony around me so that I remain a little balanced, that will not work. All the great organizations, including UNESCO, have this as their basic principle, that just as war begins in the minds of men, peace also begins in the minds of men. If you want to generate world, if you want to generate health in the world, you begin with yourself. You want to generate harmony in the world, begin with yourself. So we have these tremendous philosophy of Vedanta, Nyaya, Sankhya, which are actually telling you how to do it. Enormous ideas, wonderful, I would say, penetration into existential reality, not psychological reality, existential reality. So if you can penetrate into that, in any measure you can, I think naturally harmony will come into your life. You will taste the harmonious life. And if each one of us can do that, do you think you separately for world global harmony? It will happen by itself. So every into a state of harmony, the rest will follow. So this is the message of Vedanta, making up something and telling you. This is what is there in the Vedanta. The idea of rhythm means this cosmic harmony. It is already there in nature. Observe it, and this is how you bring harmony into yourself. With this, I would like to end my talk. And thank you very much for this invitation. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
I have no words to express express my gratitude, Mataji. Uh, Today is a day of miracles for us Utsahins, and to truly share the joy. We've been contemplating on having you in this forum for more than a year, and I think it's the power of mind or our wish that the universe conspired and you're amongst us to bless us today. So thank you so much, Mataji. I know that the sunset meditation is very important. This time was very important for you. I've got the opportunity to see you very closely in the retreat, and seeing you was a surprise element in that retreat for us. But I want to share it with everyone that while Mataji roars like a lioness when she is talking about the profound truths of Vedanta, yoga, and life, she is really a very sensitive and a delicate human being, a true sadhaka, a true monk, undertaking her duties also as a sister monk. We have seen her closely, and actually, she's an inspiration to many, and especially to women who are on the path of undertaking spirituality. Mataji, immense, immense thanks for being here today. Our pranams to you. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I
Thank you
take
so
your
much.
leave, Nidhi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Mataji, for that wonderful divine message on
Yes.
harmony begins in the
Yes.
self, and harmony begins by being one with nature, by ensuring our pranic energies are in synergy. That in turn radiates itself to create global and universal harmony. Thank you, Mataji, for your divine message.
Thank you. Thank you.
May I now request, excuse me, Srimati Arunashri Garu to go ahead and play the second rendition of the Veena. Just as love is the expression of harmony in life, music is the expression of harmony through sound. Over to Arunashri Garu again. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us here today as our guest and playing those soulful numbers. May I now request Ramji to please close the session with the closing comments?
So pranam to all the blessed souls and my pranams to Mataji. So I think it's time to calm down and enjoy the silence. So we are all blessed. It's just 2 years. It just flied like that. And coincidentally, today we call it Gita Jayanti. I think we initiated this awakening hearts when the educating minds were educating the minds. So we thought, let us awaken the hearts of the people. As Mataji said, अंदर से कुछ harmony है तो सब कुछ है. यदा दृष्टि तदा सृष्टि, the single word. So there are great souls here. So we thank all the elderly people who joined us and inspiring us. So we are all enjoying to be loved and to be loved. So that is the Utsahin tagline. So I congratulate all our Utsahins for their wonderful volunteer work. And as we always talk, let our passion or dispassion, let us have our in between that compassion. So I would always say, come with that passion, which makes our Utsahin to lead our life with compassion. That's all I wanted to say. So thank you so much. Sangatchatvam. Namaste.
Sangashatvam, over for the closing prayer.
May we march forward with a common goal. May we be open-minded and work together in harmony. May our prayers be one. May we belong to one brotherhood. May our aspirations be harmonious. May our minds be unison. May we strive to reduce disparity. May we be bound in strong fellowship and unity. Sangashatvam. I request everyone to raise for the national anthem.